Of bulk and bag salts, pickup or delivery, and we're on call when you need us. Fick has seasoned firewood too, with 2 locations. Find us at ficklandscapesupplies.com. Like us on Facebook. Donald Trump taking the oath of office today on what is forecast to be the coldest inauguration day in Washington, D.C. in 40 years. And because of that, ceremonies being moved indoors to the Capitol Rotunda. TikTok announcing yesterday it was restoring service just hours after President Luther King Jr. holiday. Financial markets will be closed, as will many banks. Post office is not delivering mail today. Most non-essential government offices like the Secretary of State offices, libraries, and city offices are all closed today. Call ahead if you're not sure of a particular location. The October 7th 2K23 attacks on Israel. AFC, it's the Chiefs against the Bills. Tonight, college football playoff championship game has Ohio State taking on Notre Dame. It defeats Northwestern 80-76 in OT. Michigan State topped Illinois 80-78. And the Pistons will be facing the Rockets tonight in Houston. And to cap this one off, a $328 million Powerball jackpot was won on Saturday by a lucky ticket holder in the state of Oregon. There was a $2 million winning Powerball ticket that was sold here in Michigan. That's 5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox. Dangerously cold conditions expected today with an extreme cold weather advisory issued through noon Wednesday. We are to expect some sunshine mixed with the clouds today, perhaps some snow showers this afternoon, and temps likely staying in the single digits, topping out only around 9 degrees with wind chill values as low as minus 12. Winds out of the west to 8 to 15. They'll gust to 21 miles an hour at times. Cloudy skies taking over tonight with a chance of snow showers overnight. Lows expected to dip to sub-zero levels, about minus 2, feeling more like minus 14. And then tomorrow, continuing very cold with a sun-clouds mix as we only make it to around 6 above. Wednesday, marginally warmer under mostly cloudy skies and around 16. Right now, feeling like minus 12. It is 2 above in Flint, and in Saginaw also 2. All right, here we go, staying warm, at least attempting to, on a Monday morning, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a holiday for many, but of course not for your friendly neighborhood radio hosts, such as what's going on here in the Hal Hole. Welcome, Dale here, and in Arizona, he's a big Chiefs fan. They're getting ready for the AFC Championship game next week. Kim is here from, I'm sure, cold Ohio, southeastern Ohio. Welcome, Kim. Good morning. And here's Rob Suka from Finland checking in with us, also on YouTube. And of course, this is our day when we are simul-streaming YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Our first Twitcher is Boss Lady. Welcome from Alabama, Boss Lady. How are you? We are going to be in the deep freeze for the next several days here in Michigan, and it's not highly unusual for us to be that way in Michigan this time of year, but after the last 2 or 3 mild years, it's been pretty nice. This is actually going to be the coldest stretch we've had since 6 years ago. Pre-pandemic days. That's how far we have to go back for that. Rob Suka saying it is minus 4 Celsius. Is that what it is? Minus 4 Celsius in Finland. Let me see. Minus 4 Celsius would be 25 Fahrenheit, 25. Here now on Facebook, holding up that end of our simul stream is Roy Moore. Welcome. Good morning, Roy Moore. Eric is here from Twitch City and Culver City in California. Chris from New Mexico has now joined the group in YouTube land. Good morning again. Yeah, TikTok is back, but we'll talk about that in a second here, Chris. It was an eventful weekend in many respects, both in football and on social media, for sure. Sorry for the Lions' loss. They deserved to lose that game, the way they played on Saturday night. And they were flat. It's possible that having the week off had something to do with it. It might have had something to do with the fact that 18 guys on defense on injured reserve, and they were being sliced and diced like Swiss cheese by this what has been a rookie, but now since he's played a full season, I maintain he's not really a rookie anymore. It's just in name only, and that's Jaden Daniels. So the connect, and there is always a Cinderella team in the postseason. Once you get into the postseason, all bets are off as far as whatever happened as the regular season went on. So now, here we are. We have the Commanders, the 6th seed in the NFC that are in the NFC Championship game, playing the Eagles. 58 days until spring is absolutely correct. Rob Suka points out we are counting them down. We are 58 days away from spring, which will be 8 weeks from this Wednesday. So we can think about that when we're thinking how cold it is right now, because as I mentioned in the news, it's what it feels like is minus 12. It's 2 above, but it feels like minus 12 with this wind chill thing. And that's going to be the case tomorrow, Wednesday also. Very cold, dangerously cold. We're really hoping that people keep their pets indoors. Really hoping hard that people keep their pets indoors. Let's see now. Just doing another song. It's Steve Driver and Steph Barber in the studio. You'll hear from in the coming moments here. Johnny is in the middle of a 3-day or the end of a 3-day weekend, really, which is fine because I don't think he'd want to come in and talk about the Lions on the heels of what happened Saturday night. But he'll be back tomorrow. They say that I think Melissa is going to join us. Our comedian Melissa Hager probably coming in today because she's got an updated show coming up, comedy show coming up later this week, and one of her star performers, I think, is going to join us at least on the phone a little later on this morning. Chris doesn't know who to go for now. Why? Because, okay, well, who are left? The Eagles, the Commanders, the Chiefs, and the Bills. There are your teams. And the Chiefs are going for something that's not been done before. A three-peat. Nobody's ever won 3 straight Super Bowls. So we'll see. Live stream on TikTok are still down. People have posted videos. Yeah, I'm one of them. We went up about 1:45 yesterday afternoon, Eastern time. I had a posting there. But I'm going to talk about this TikTok thing in a second here. Taylor fan is here. And, Taylor was at the Chiefs game the other day, sitting next to Caitlin Clark in the family's private booth. So those are 2 power women right now up there. Taylor fan, by the way, is on Twitch, for those who don't see his comments coming in here. So now we have a new member of the in crowd at football games. Staying warm, I'm trying. I've got a thick sweatshirt under a thick hoodie, and for a while I had my winter coat on. It's warm enough now. It's taken a while, but it's gotten warm enough now where I can get that off for a little while anyway. Up in Canada, where Canada Dan is now joining us on Twitch, it's minus 13, and he's always speaking Celsius terms like Canada does. Minus 13 equates to about 8 Fahrenheit. 8, 9 Fahrenheit, which is right around the neighborhood that we will max out at today. 8 or 9 Fahrenheit. You know, I will say this, though. Given the choice between this, and I know very few people are going to agree with me on this one, but given the choice between this and being 95 degrees in like August, when it's 75 degrees at this time of the morning down here, and I'm sweating and my face is red and I'm ready to faint, I really will prefer this. I can dress for this. I can feel fine and I can feel motivated with this. When it's 75 and humid at 5:30, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning here, you can't take off enough clothes to be comfortable. It just never happens. And you don't get motivated. You don't feel real motivated that way. 24 Fahrenheit, New Mexico, reports Chris, live and local from New Mexico on YouTube. And by the way, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. We're trying to grow the group. And I'll tell you what, it's ever more important for me to get this group growing on YouTube because I'm seeing what's happening with social media these days. This was very telling over the weekend, this whole TikTok thing, about what it is. And that particularly TikTok is being used as nothing more than a political football between billionaires fighting other billionaires or trying to join forces with other billionaires, either from the United States or from another country. Needlessly, but that's what they're trying to do. It's all a power trip right now. I found that out over the weekend. TikTok, we're going to be going through this again with that 90 days from now. This is only a temporary reprieve. If the app is not sold to or at least 50% is what Trump wants. 50% joint ownership in TikTok between American and their current ownership. It's going to be shut down again in 90 days. Now, do we really want to go through that again? Seeing how it completely wigged out all the people that it did for 12 hours over this weekend. It was nuts. Rapsuka said tomorrow you're hoping it's Instagram. 52 degrees right now in California. It's going to be in the 60s later. All right. That's the report from Eric, our musicologist, who is on Twitch. Before we get anything else going, because I want to address this again, this business about TikTok, but I want also to give you a chance to smile at your smile source. It's a Great Pyrenees named Spencer, who lives in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. This is Spencer from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, the Great Pyrenees. Linda's phone says she's township. Steve and Steph are here now.
I do have the ladies. Yes, ladies with me. I have Melissa Hager and Steph Barber on a Monday.
We have an empty 5th grade classroom. Fitzy's there already. This early. Here's Melissa. She's here already also.
It's nice to have a morning host that looks forward to having two ladies. That's nice. I'm like, oh no, what's the punchline? Where's she going? What's he doing? Oh wait, he's genuinely a nice guy. Oh no, he's a genuine. What's happening?
Well, thank you, yes. But I have to be nice on a Monday because I'm not in the mood, you know.
That's funny. That's perfect. It's cold outside, you guys. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that's the word. It's like Arctic
Yeah,
outside.
yes, it is. Yeah, I just saw a picture. It said, this is no longer cold. This is harassment. It is harassment, yeah.
Yeah, which I'm still laughing. That was good. I don't know where you got that. That was damn good.
Dang. Yikes.
It is serious harassment. Mother Nature is pushing buttons this week.
Yeah, she is.
And she's going to be for the next few days. As Hal had mentioned, this little cold weather advisory is going to last until Wednesday morning.
Ooh.
So today, tomorrow, highs of single digits. Like today is 9. Like that's balmy.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's 6. So
That's balmy.
enjoy it.
Every single bait teller is waking up this morning going, thank you, Jesus.
Yes, they do not have to get up and brave this weather. This morning.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah, it was like one of those mornings when I walked out to start the vehicle.
Mhm.
I stepped on the wooden porch and I thought I broke it. It cracked.
It just cracked, didn't it?
Loud from the freezing, and you step on it and it goes crack, and I stopped for a second like, is this breaking?
Yeah. No, when I put Homer and Daphne out, I noticed neighbors' decks cracking, and it almost sounded like gunfire.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple of...
Which is not unheard of in my neighborhood, by the way.
Right. I got a couple of empty plastic bottles in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Cold weather
Yeah.
changes them, and I can hear them popping all the time in the back. Like,
Yeah.
what
What is
the
happening?
Is that? I got to take these bottles back. This is crazy. Looks like I live in this.
Everybody woke up to a note from their dogs like, please let us pee inside.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll keep it in one spot, please.
Today's
Promise.
the day. I'll go in the tub and open the shower.
Make sure it's on hardwood. I won't even go by the carpet.
Wouldn't you have cracked up if you woke up this morning and Homer was on the toilet? You're like, look, Mom, look what I can do.
Yeah,
Look
exactly.
what I can do.
I taught myself this morning. Put in the effort because
Yeah.
I am not trying that.
We don't realize they are watching the news with us.
They are, yeah, they are.
No
They
way.
heard that advisory too yesterday. Like, wait, what'd she say? And speaking of weather, Steph actually heard a crazy story earlier about a bunch of weather people.
Oh, so have you been paying attention to any of the local
Yeah,
stuff?
check this out. It's kind of
Oh,
wild. I
what's
just heard
happening?
about it this morning too, and I was
So
equally floored.
so it's just been confirmed that 3
Yeah.
local weather personalities, J.R. Kurtek, Kevin Goff, and Isaac Cleland, have been informed that their positions at ABC 12 will soon be eliminated.
Man,
They'll be getting their almost live weather from the Weather Channel in Atlanta. So
Wow.
we are you losing 3 good local
Yeah,
broadcasters
names and faces we
That's
saw.
horrible.
so that corporate can downsize.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
And everybody call and check on your grandparents today. That means my grandpa's losing his mind.
Right.
Oh, with the whole weather?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. He watches it religiously.
Yeah. Now he's gonna have to
Religiously.
get used to new weather.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's awful.
Yeah. I
They-
couldn't believe it when she told me. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. They are going to do, get this, quote, near live forecasting.
Oh, near live.
Which means weather segments will likely be recorded.
Wow.
Yeah.
for Allen stations, including WJRT.
That's what most reality is, near reality.
Near live forecasting. Who thought that was a generic term?
Yeah, well,
Come on.
Well,
So-
that makes that you guys say live and local here at the Fox.
Mhm.
That term is becoming so huge because there's so few people that
I
can
know.
say it.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, it actually
It's
means
crazy.
something now.
Yeah.
Before it was just like something everyone
It was a
said.
tagline,
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
it's like, wait,
Yeah.
no, is that real? Live
That would
and
mean
local?
something.
Come on, no
Yeah.
way.
We're at the same time, right?
I still have, it's hard for me to believe once in a while, and of course, God love us for it, but Sundays, 7 to 11 p.m., Dan Richards is actually live
Yeah.
in studio
Who,
on a
by the
Sunday
way,
evening.
was killing it last night.
Yes, he
I had
was.
a very, very long drive home from Arctic north of Michigan
Yeah.
back home. And I gotta tell you, I was listening to Dan. He's a riot.
Oh,
He's
he's
a riot.
fantastic, and
Yeah.
the people love him. They call him all the time.
Yeah.
And Sundays, he's almost got full reign of the place.
Yeah.
He can kind of play whatever he wants,
Mhm.
and man, it's fun because the listeners absolutely love
And
it.
speaking of Dan, he will be doing your midday shift.
Yeah, so if
because
you
you're
got a
here.
request, here
So
we go.
there you
live
go.
and local. That means he's actually here. So if
boy,
you
oh
have
boy.
a request, you can reach him 810-230-9777. That number also good to win prizes because we get a few of them.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
We got some
got
winners
a
that are
bunch.
begrudgingly going to
Yeah,
go
yes, exactly.
to Fenton Home Furniture. I just picture them walking in with their Fox gift certificate with their head held down.
Yeah.
And be like, you better get me a good couch because I broke mine Sunday
Yes.
or Saturday.
Saturday watching
Dang
the
it.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. How did your boys handle that?
Well, so they had a wrestling tournament and then went to my in-laws, and then me and my husband went up north for comedy. And so they come home today, and it was very quiet yesterday. I called, I texted, I Marco Polo'd, and I got one-word answers back. So I believe the depression is still on.
It's
real.
I'm
It's
probably
real.
going to be making a lot of carby food
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Bring everybody back around.
Yeah.
I got a conference, so I got scheduled to MC a conference in Texas. A bunch of big football people throughout this community of people at this personal development conference. I'm already mostly packed. The conference is the week before the Super Bowl. I had all blue, silver.
Oh, you gotta repack now, don't you?
And so, like, I'm impressed. My husband is taking this better than I am, just because I got to repack a whole bag.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm annoyed. I look
I-
kind
you
of
know,
crazy.
I wore a Detroit Lions t-shirt. I couldn't give it up
Yeah.
that easily.
They'll always be my team.
Absolutely.
I
They
will
gave
love
us
them till
one
the
hell
end.
of a season.
Yep.
They did wonders for the city of Detroit.
Yeah.
So I can't be too angry.
Not to be cynical or to rub salt in the wound, but I mean, I've been a fan of Detroit my whole life. I'm used to losing, so this don't.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry,
We've
my
been here
feelings none.
before. We have been
I
here
mean, back
before.
in the day when we had probably the best running back on planet Earth, Barry Sanders, there were moments where you almost wanted Detroit to trade him only because you wanted Barry to win.
You wanted him to do
You just wanted Barry. He was so good. It's like, look, man, if Detroit can't do it for you, I just love you so much, Barry. I want you to go somewhere
Yeah.
so you can win one. But he loved Detroit so much,
Yes.
he just retired.
He stayed, yeah.
I just don't want to.
Well, and no matter what you think about, even today, it's a heated day with
Yeah.
the left and the right and the blah blah.
Yeah.
It brings me back to people are inherently good
Mhm.
because I did think our state would be on fire, like
Yeah.
literally burning like a dumpster
Yeah.
for the next week.
Yeah.
And here I see all the fans are like, we still love the Lions. They're
Yeah.
so great. And I was like, oh, this makes my heart happy.
Yeah, that
so
crazy ignorance that you're talking about only happens at MSU. Whether they win or lose, East Lansing is known for that.
Look at you talking sports over there.
That's funny.
And like we mentioned, regardless they lost, you know what, but we have your chance to win that $103.90 to Fenton Home Furnishings. So, Steph, what do you say we do it?
I think we should take color 4.
All right, let's do it. 810-230-9777. Win or lose, we're giving caller 4 $103.90 out there to Fenton Home Furnishings. Steph, what do you say we take the call right now?
I think we should, yeah,
Sorry.
absolutely.
I apologize. Your caller 1, please try again. 103.9 The Fox. Caller 2, please try again. 103.9 The Fox. You just missed it. Caller 3, please try again, brother. Or sister, whichever one that was. 103.9 The Fox. Who are we speaking with this morning?
This is Lisa.
Lisa, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. Trying to keep it together after that loss Saturday. But listen, it works in your
I know.
favor. You are caller 4, Lisa.
Awesome.
Yay! you do get that certificate,
Woohoo!
$103.90 to spend at Fenton Home Furnishings and Design Center. That kind of softens the blow a little bit, right?
Yeah, it does help. It does help some. That's
All right.
for sure.
Lisa, where are you calling from this morning?
Grand Blanc.
Grand Blanc. Is it as cold in Grand Blanc as it is up here?
Oh, hell yes.
We know it is, Lisa.
All right, Lisa, you hang on tight. We're going to get some info off the air. But who just hooked you up with that certificate for Fenton Home Furnishings and Design Center this morning?
103.9 The Fox.
Perfect.
So, another winner of a gift certificate that has been given away by a local home furnishings business here in our area for every touchdown the Lions score in a game, win or lose, even though they lost the other night. In line with that, there is another furniture store whose CEO is breathing a sigh of relief today, likely because they had offered, when they had a little bit of a window, month and a half ago, to buy furniture during this special promotion, that if the Lions were to win the Super Bowl, all that furniture that was bought during that particular time window would be free. You'd get a rebate on all of it, and it would be basically free furniture to you if the Lions won the Super Bowl and you had bought that furniture during that small time frame. Well, that's all off now because you know what happened. The Lions, again, will miss the Super Bowl. That's 59 straight years that the Super Bowl exists that the Lions won't be there. All right, we'll get to the traffic here, like now. On this cold Monday morning, we're doing okay. We are crash-free and delay-free on all the freeways and all the surface streets at the moment. And any time throughout the day that you're going to need an update on Vehicle City traffic info, check it out at classicfox.com/traffic. Remember that. And on your way from here to there today, if you spot a crash or an unusual slowdown, call us at 810-230-WRSR. That is 810-230-9777. Be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox. Yeah, it is pretty nice. Now, we got some people that are off today because of the holiday. Johnny is one of them. He didn't take the holiday because it was a holiday, but because of a 3-day weekend, he was up north and watching the Lions lose Saturday night. He would have had trouble coming in here and talking about that this morning. That would have been tough. But he'll be back tomorrow. And there are a lot of other people that are taking the day off today, a lot of the non-essential government services. A lot of schools are still open today. Kind of a challenge for them, though, because of the fact that it is so cold. We've had instances in the past where some of the schools have taken time off, taken the day off simply because it was so cold. But today we're letting them go out. And, in fact, Sheila's off today. She's here on YouTube. Good morning, Sheila. Shebop is here. And there are 3 bridges that we assume are working today, and if they are, 2 of them you got to pay to go across. She won't do it. A reminder here that we usually follow this schedule, as you notice. We're here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on our simul stream, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And then on Thursdays, we're on Instagram. Tuesdays, we had reserved for TikTok. This past weekend was an eye-opener once we saw what was going on and how this was just being used as a political football between billionaires who are gaining control and want to gain more control. I ain't playing that game. I developed a real dislike for people with a whole lot of money because of what happened, as you heard us talking about in the air, Steph was talking about. We have a billionaire who owns a media company that involves several television stations, and he is laying off meteorologists coast to coast, and including 3 hardworking, long-standing meteorologists here. They don't have jobs anymore. They won't. They're working right now. This is how professional they are. They're still being allowed to work on the air right now, even though they know they don't have jobs anymore because of this billionaire who owns this company. that owns all of these stations that have these meteorologists who no longer have jobs, even if they've been in business 35, 40 years, as these guys have. And then you see what's going on with TikTok. You lost it for 12 hours. Didn't I say that wasn't going anywhere? It wasn't, because it's all about the money. Follow the money. And 90 days from now, we're going to be playing this game again. They are, I'm not. So, Tuesday, tomorrow, you will find us on Instagram. We are going to be on Instagram on Tuesdays and Thursdays from this point forward. That's it. That's it. Rapsuka asking what holiday is this? Martin Luther King Jr. Day. He was a famed civil rights leader. It's only a few years ago that became a recognized national holiday. You will let me know if you see the TikTok Live is working again tomorrow. It's not going to matter. We're not going there. Ever. Again. They lost me this weekend. They lost me for good as far as a live broadcast. I'm not doing that crap. When I saw what was being played around with that, I got so angry over that. No, we're not playing it. There was no need for any of that. She doesn't have it, doesn't want it. Thing is, there's 170 million people, and it is a good app, provided it's being run well. And that's what's not going to happen in the future going forward. It's been run well up to this point. There's an algorithm that they use that no one else knows about. It's like the 11 herbs and spices that KFC has in their chicken that makes that so good, right? That nobody knows what they are, right? Well, this algorithm is the thing, that's the secret sauce with them. It's the thing that makes sure that you're always seeing stuff you're interested in, unlike what all of the other social media apps do.
Dr. Dealgood.
Dr. Dealgood.
Listen, he did 8 years of college for this degree. Get the doctor part right.
I didn't spend 8 years.
Boss Lady does not have IG. That's Instagram. Which is, again, and I'm a little bit reticent about that as well because it is also owned by Zuckerberg. And I didn't call him MZ anymore, he's Zuckerberg. And he's also screwing this up because he's another one of these billionaires who's screwing up everything that has ever been good for people who would like to just be able to live a common, normal life. And the wrestling around among the billionaires for power is obscene right now. And that's what we're getting. And it starts today. All the TikTok refugees are going to Red now, which is another Chinese-owned company. Which is another, and the other ones that don't go to a place called Lemon 8, which is another Chinese-owned company. They're all owned by the same people. And there is it's a service called CapCut, which people who make videos use to edit them. It's an editing tool. It's also owned by ByteDance, which is that Chinese-based company. That is not available to anybody who wants to edit videos right now because of this wrestling match that's been going on among the billionaires. They haven't restored that. They have restored the main TikTok channel, but I guess you can't go live. You might be able to by tomorrow, but I don't care. I'm not going to be there. The funny thing is, a Taylor fan says, is that it's not available in China. They have their own version run by their government. Eric was on TikTok when it was Musical.ly. That's what it was originally. So what was it, the original MTV? Because that's what happened with MTV. That used to originally be music, and now it turned into anything but. That's the last thing you see on there. Soon Tina's going live. It's in the works. So get ready for that. On what? On what? What are you going live on, Tina? Boss Lady hates struggling payday to payday, but don't want to be rich because money causes way too many problems. Yeah. Tina wants to do TikTok and or Twitch. Well, if you have better luck technically with Twitch than we had here, more power to you. That's great. Because that's not owned by That's owned by a billionaire, but it's not going to be owned by these that are already proving they can screw everything up real fast. So anyway, that's what's going on here. We've had all of these layoffs in media, not just these most recent ones in TV, but of course we've had a lot of them in radio over the course of just the last few years. Johnny rails on that all the time, about the fact that that's what big corporations do once they get a hold of media content. And it's become just absolutely obscene the way it's been butchered, both radio and TV, over the last many years here. Now, we also have a new world record that was set here recently, and I really don't know what to think about it. I really don't know what to think about this one. It's set by a Turkish woman by the name of Gazda Dogan. This is a brand new world record. She managed to squash 5 watermelons, within a 60-second time frame. 5 watermelons within a 60-second time frame. She squashed them using nothing but her thighs. That's it. She sat between the 2 rows of watermelons, grabbed them one at a time, crushed them with her thighs, and then cleaned the mess before continuing in 1 minute. Congratulations to Gazda Dogan. That's the record. I am going nowhere with that one. I'm telling you. A waste of watermelon. Well, what's his name? Gallagher used to smash those things with a hammer, so this is a different way to do it, I guess. And, you know, I guess there was something, Johnny talked about this in the past, because I think he was at one of his shows. Gallagher had something going on with the people in the front row of those shows that he would smash these because they're going to get showered with seeds and juice and watermelon remnants and everything. If you're sitting in the front row of one of his shows where he was doing that.
They want to increase their traffic or their visibility or just to get on the bandwagon that is Fox Big Deals. How can they reach
Rob Suka asking if I have any records. He's asking this on YouTube for those who don't know. Not anymore. I used to have, watch this now. I used to have 45 RPM records, stacks full of them, along with LPs, stacks full of them. But with nothing anymore to play them on, I have no longer those records. And I know those aren't the records you're asking about. Way cool, says Boss Lady on Twitch. Eric was on Musically around the same time as Periscope. That was still around 15 or 16, which is when Periscope started, which was 15. Yeah, we're coming up on 10 years now. I think it was March of 15 it started, if I remember right, because we went on around July of 15. So it's close to the 10-year anniversary of Periscope, and this whole idea of live streaming really kind of took off. There was a couple of predecessors to Periscope. One of them was called Meerkat. And before that, there was this Ustream, which was very, very unreliable. But it was the only thing at the time. It was, it's like the Wright brothers trying to learn how to fly a plane. They were trying to learn how to do this live stream thing at that time. So you had to be happy with what you had. The fact that you could do it at all was something. All right, I think we're getting ready to have to do traffic again already. Hang on. So hold on. What do we got? So far, we're doing all right. All it is just people have to have their heaters working in their vehicles, because other than that, things are fine.
Plus, the first 1,000 fans will receive a free poster. Everybody love everybody. And cheer on the Firebirds who take on the Brampton Steelheads at 7 o'clock. Feel the fire. Get your tickets now at the box office or online at geektickets.com. The Foxhole Morning
No, we're not going to do any weather or traffic or nothing right now. They're just going to go into a song. So that's fine. That's fine. Now, I guess we're going to hold off on traffic for just a moment. Yeah, I remember Haps. That thing lasted for like 3 days. I tried that out. It was confusing. I think it was all about trying to figure out how to make money for the creators, but it really wasn't a well thought out plan. And like this problem we have right here, I kept asking the people at Haps if they could ever fix that, because at that time it was about taking other live stream platforms and funneling everything into the one. And if you could have everybody see everybody's comments. Well, we still can't do that even here. YouTube people are only seeing YouTube comments. Twitch people are only seeing the Twitchers and what they're saying. And there's like nobody on Facebook today at this point except Ron Blake. Since I bundled up, isn't that stuff on stuff? Here's the thing, Ron. Before you got here, and I was talking about this with the other people that are here now on Facebook and on YouTube, or on Twitch and on YouTube, I will still take what's going on today and how cold it is over a 75 degree at 4 or 5 a.m. morning in August, when it gets to be 95 during the day and I'm sitting here sweating bullets. You can't dress comfortably enough to escape that. Here, at least I can dress warmly enough to live with it. I will still take this. It's always been a question of, and I've always said, if you only have 20 or 90 as your two temperatures to choose from, which one will you take? And I'll take 20 all day, every day, because I can dress for that. 90, it's too hard to escape that. You can only dress in a certain way when it's 90. You can only take off so much legally. Then after that, nope. Taylor fan says that the house he grew up in didn't have central air. Yeah, that's true. Tina said it's Martin Luther King Day. They're not off. Who's not off? Whoops, hold on. Just hooked onto my little holder there. Ooh. But okay, let me take Ron's question one more level here, because he was asking about the fact that I have layered dressed. Isn't that stuff on stuff? Here's the thing, and this is where a lot of people don't understand the concept of stuff on stuff versus stuff with stuff. So listen to this, Ron. I'm going to explain this once again, okay? Stuff on stuff is when you take something that is really, really good, like McDonald's fries or a Kogel Vienna, or that beef bacon that you introduced me to. See, that's now in the category of really good. And you think that you can make it better by pouring some other kind of crap on it. Okay, and then it doesn't happen. But the stuff that you poured on it has altered forever the flavor and the texture of what you had at the start, which was good. With this, I have layers of clothing on, but if I wanted to take off, as I did, my winter coat, or if I want to take off my hoodie, I've still got the sweatshirt on, and it's still the same kind of quality and the same kind of taste as you're going to get if you take, let's say, a hamburger and you put a lettuce and or a tomato on it, and you decide at the last minute you don't want the lettuce and tomato. You take them both off. The hamburger has not lost its taste or texture. It's the same as always. You have the choice of having it on or off, whichever. That's stuff with stuff, not stuff on stuff. Boss lady has to have ketchup on her burgers, she says, in Alabama on Twitch.
We started out ahead.
Yeah, it was actually, and what we had the second quarter was the most points scored in an NFL playoff game ever. In the second quarter alone, they put up 42 points.
Yeah, we did a lot of stuff right.
Yeah, it was just towards the end, like he had mentioned Washington, we couldn't get him to punt once.
Yeah.
It was a field goal or a touchdown for him every single time.
Well, and doing stand-up comedy, I gotta
Got
tell
it?
you,
People don't get they don't seem to get the hang of figuring out what's the difference between stuff on stuff and stuff with stuff.
So, like, immediately noticed.
But that's it.
It just seems
Stuff
like-
with stuff is just
So, I just
a
had
different
hard time
item
learning what
put
it
together
is.
with another item that you can interchange and take apart and put away whenever you want to without affecting what's left.
There's such great show pictures and the crowd's laughing, and I said, unlike our beloved Lions, this audience caught everything. And yeah, that was too soon.
Yeah,
That was too soon. I didn't get a lot of new fans from that post, and I was like,
Rob Suka can order Burger King in the Hal Hole Saloon.
that was hilarious.
That was great.
Yeah.
And of course, I can't wait for this one. Steph's Fox flashback. is awesome.
Yeah, it's a good one. I've been waiting to play this for a while.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. So let's kind of let's rotate our way that
I like it. I like it.
Foxhole Morning Show. Johnny Burke and Steph coming up.
Just like Steve said, Steph's Fox Flashback up next. Your choice of prizes here when we play that trivia question immediately afterwards. And this hour is a service of AeroTax. Gather your documents now so AeroTax can ensure you're filed on time. We have a referral discount for savings on next year's taxes. Drop off your paperwork from 10 to 5 p.m. No appointment necessary. Questions? Call 810-743-5990.
Book your winter adventure today from Twin Bishop.
Okay, Boss Lady wants to make me grimace. This is coming from Boss Lady on Twitch, who says burgers with mayo, mustard, ketchup, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles. That is awesome, she says. You know, if you have the lettuce and the tomato and to a certain degree the onion and the pickles, you might be able to get away with it. But once you start putting the mayo and the mustard on it, that's when things, and ketchup, that's when things change. The onion is kind of tough too, because even though it's kind of a solid food item, the juice from it kind of creeps over on everything else. So if you don't want to keep onion on it, you're still leaving it behind essentially.
Food and security with the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan's backpack program. Go online or walk into Pesto's from January 11th.
Mustard is for hot dogs. That's third in line. Number one, if they're Cola Viennas, and you probably have had them, so you know, plain is the way to go. Number two in the structure is ketchup, and number three is mustard. In that order.
Let's put a smile in their belly with food. When you purchase a $30 gift card to spend at
Telling you.
Pesto's, and Pesto's matches it, supporting the cause and celebrating their 30th anniversary. Pesto serves acclaimed Italian fare along with American classics you crave. Also, they're big on flavor and big on portions. You can tell when a restaurant doesn't have a pastry chef.
Let's get to the traffic.
Identical to all the other restaurants, but not at Pesto's. Bell's Pastries is made on locations. That's sweet. That's
Telling you what, this
Pesto's.
is a challenging weekend to make it through, I'm telling you.
Now, a message from one of the co-founders of
This has been a
American
challenging
Divorce
weekend.
Association.
Lots and lots of things going on.
Going through a divorce is tough,
Few of
but
them
it's
good.
even more difficult when your rights are not being protected. As a lawyer, I get asked a lot of questions about divorce.
Taylor fan is now craving a good old Costco hot dog, he says on Twitch. Never had one of those. A Costco hot dog.
Adam, and we can answer all of your questions. We specialize in representing men in divorce. We can explain the law to you, how it applies to your situation, and what should be done to protect you. Together, we can design strategies that will achieve your short and long-term goals. Believe me, there is a light at the end of the tunnel of divorce, and
Eric doesn't like cheese, onions, pickles, tomatoes on the burger, only puts on ketchup and lettuce.
and what your rights are before you take action.
Oh, they're the huge Costco
That's 810-244-2367.
dogs. Or like ballpark Franks, is that what they're talking about?
At AdamFamilyLaw.com.
Well, things appear okay right now on 75, 475, 69, 23. Nothing being reported that is amiss on any of the surface streets either. And throughout the day, if you're looking for that vehicle city traffic info, check it out at classicbox.com/traffic. And if you happen to see a crash or an unusual slowdown and the reason for it, let us know at 810-230-WRSR. That is 810-230-9777. All right? Be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox.
Foxhole Morning Show on 103.9 The Fox. Steph's Fox Flashback.
In the spring of 1970, their manager launched an intensive ad campaign to promote their third studio album, and it worked. The album was certified multi-platinum, even if the critics hated it, and we don't care. Critics hate anything that's good. Must have been the ad on a billboard in New York City's Times Square. The band spent $100,000 on that ad to promote this one, and it's a long one. So let's get into it. From the 1970 album, Closer to Home, it's the title track from Grand Funk on 103.9 The Fox.
Well, there's the pride of Flint, Michigan, USA, Grand Funk. What about bratwurst is the question from Linda on YouTube in the township. Yay or nay? Big yay on that. I tried it once with mustard on it, but no. I would probably not turn it down, but really the preference there is plain. Bratwursts on a hot dog bun, awesome. Or by themselves. You don't even need the hot dog bun, really. Had a lot of that too, and those are awesome. Super. Kim will just take her coffee. Okay, awesome. Know what you mean. Good. Need it to stay warm today for sure. Okay, let's see here. Hold on a second. I think we have let's see here. Looking around, see what's going on here. Bratwurst is yummy, Robsuka says. Tina is making hot dogs and beans. Whoops. Hot dogs, beans, and edamame. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, it'd be one of those things that has almost everything but the kitchen sink, one of those kind of sandwiches. Fitzy is from the 5th grade classroom that apparently is empty today. German sausage jokes are just the worst. That's by the way, he uses those on his 5th grade kids and they just laugh and laugh. That's our American humorist, Fitzy. German sausage jokes are just the worst. Yeah. Edamame. What the hell is that? Edamame. Never heard of it. Let's see if Boss Lady can remember everything. It's been a while since she's had one. This is one of those mammoth sandwiches, I guess, on Twitch. That's what's going on here. You can if you have Streamlabs. I can what? I can what if I have Streamlabs? Edamame. Well, what is that? What is that? Okay, now that I figured out how to print, must be the word of the day here, because I sure didn't know. What is it and what does it taste like? If it's a food item. The dog, of course, sauerkraut. This is from Boss Lady now. Sauerkraut, chili, meat sauce, cheese sauce, slaw, and Sneaky Pete's sauce. Whoa. That's all? That's enough. Jeez. Whoa. Prism Live good? I don't know. Check out Twitch and see how reliable that is, because we've only... Every single time we do this now, I've noticed that I get the replay on Twitch in 3 parts. usually very short. I don't get that, but that's what it's been doing. YouTube has been the best. And I honestly, if it was possible to do, I would only do YouTube Live and nothing else if it was possible to do. But with the lack of subscribers or the lack of followers or the lack of anything that I have in terms of support on YouTube, the only way I can do YouTube Live is to do it this way using the simulstream setup and take another 1 or 2 live stream platforms along with me. But if I had my druthers, YouTube Live would be it. Nothing else. After this past weekend, I finally decided that's the only way we can actually do this the right way without getting billionaires involved who shouldn't be here. Just brutal. Eric has friends that live stream on YouTube. They use prison. Yes, as is what we're doing now. But we can only do it if we carry along a couple of other at least one other platform. So that's now we got another football game tonight. Notre Dame against the Ohio State Buckeyes. And of course, Boss Lady's looking forward to that one because big fighting Irish fan. Don't know why, but yeah, big fighting Irish fan. Against a team that Michigan beat this year. Even though Ohio State has been screaming to fire the coach, they're in the national championship game, and they can't beat Michigan and haven't since 2K19. Okay, you want to go with druthers as the word of the day. All right, fine. Well, learn how to spell, pronounce, and use in the sentence the word druthers. Because that's the word of the day. I would have gone with that other one, that food thing that starts with an E that I've already forgot what it was. Like, geez. Rob Suka saying, have I checked email today? Not this morning, I haven't, no. Boss Lady says you have to eat it with a fork or you'll wear it. Well, that doesn't sound appetizing. See, the other thing that I like to do is I like to have something that doesn't involve utensils. Not that I don't like those kinds of foods, but because of the fact that I spend so much time eating food while I'm doing something else, like working at a computer, or occasionally driving, whatever. But I'm usually doing something else with my hands, and so I don't really have time, and I don't really have a setup for something that may be potentially messy that a fork would have to use as its method of delivery. If I can't use my hands and only my hands to eat it, sometimes it's difficult to want to do it that way. It's about 25 miles from Boss Lady. There used to be one in the mall about 30 years ago. You were assistant manager there. Think of it this way, says Tina. Can be off and on with, it's like a marriage. Kim is on YouTube saying, me too, on this one. And I can only imagine which comment she's saying me too. See, that's the problem. When we have this kind of flowing conversation that's going in 3 or 4 different directions involving a dozen people, sometimes it's hard for me to catch up to figure out which comment goes with which previous comment. I have to match them up. Have you ever had that where you're taking a quiz where you've got in one column questions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the answers are A, B, C, D, and E in a separate column, and you have to draw lines to each one so that you know which answer went with which question? That's kind of what I'm working on here with this kind of thing. News is coming. Yeah, it is. It's pretty soon here. I should probably be ready for it. That's it. So I guess this has been a long Steph's Fox flashback. She's got a question coming up for you about something having to do with Grand Funk once this is over with. You know what? You guys can just talk to each other because at this point, that's the way it's going. I don't even know which conversation I'm in the middle of, so I'll just let you go here.
Blitz Classic Rock, 103.9 The Fox.
great song.
Oh, I love that song. I've been waiting for a while. You know, it's challenging because of the length.
Yeah.
But I figured while the spot load was a little bit less in January,
Yes.
I wanted to get that in. And there is a radio edit version, but everyone here at the Fox really hates
Yes.
radio edited versions
Exactly.
because they take all the good stuff out, right?
Yes, exactly.
And Grand Funk was so ahead of their time on that one. They were one of the first bands to actually use orchestration in a song like that.
Yeah, and man, did it really help make that
It
song.
really
Holy
did.
cow.
Yeah, it really did.
It's like it's easy to get lost in.
You betcha.
Sit down, close your eyes.
Yep, and just drift away
Unless
with
you're
it.
driving, yeah.
Well, yeah. Yes. A good pair of headphones, too.
Yes, exactly.
I swear, every time I listen to that song through headphones, I notice something new,
Yes.
which I love. That's the hallmark of a great song to me.
Yeah, a different sound you didn't pick up before. It's so
Betcha.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
Grand Funk, man, oh man, Flint's own.
Yeah. Love you, Mark Ferner, if you're listening. That
Yes.
was quite the gem.
You know, he and Johnny text back and
Yes.
forth almost every morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When we go to that golf outing when he plays.
Sure.
Seeing him with Johnny and Jim.
Yeah.
They were like almost friends.
They
And
are
it's like,
friends.
Wow, these cats are like
Yep, pretty
close.
tight, yeah.
It's not
Flint's-
just a radio gig.
Right?
It's like they actually know each other.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do.
Kind of cool.
So now with the trivia question, man, oh man, I don't know what you fed the prize genie, but we've got the choices are incredible.
What song's coming after the News Asks Rapsuka? I don't know. I'm not in the studio with them, and I don't know what they've got planned. I don't even know what they're going to do in the next minute here.
Pair of tickets to see Chicago at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in June. We've got a pair of tickets for Ron White, also at Soaring Eagle. The day on that show is April 18th. That's the day before my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
A $30 gift certificate to enjoy some great food from Pesto's, celebrating their 30th anniversary and gifting you with that gift card. We've got tickets for the boat show going on February 1st through February 8th at Huntington Place. And we've got 2 tickets for the comedy series. 2 huge shows coming up this Saturday at the Fisher Hall in Frankenmuth. Yeah, that is a Saturday. 2 shows, 5:30 and 8:30. Tickets still available for both. You've got a chance to win them here this morning. And I will tell you that Dave Landau will be joining us right around 8:15 to give you kind of a preview of what Saturday's show might be like.
Yeah, and could they pick that $103.90
Oh,
too?
good
Why not
point,
throw
you.
that
Yeah.
in there?
Yep, they could have that one as well.
That is a whole handful of
My
stuff.
goodness.
Somebody better pat me down before I leave. There's gonna be stuff in my pockets. I'm gonna just tell on myself right now.
Oh, I thought she was just asking me to pat her down. I got what you're saying.
No such luck for you over there. Oh my God, he's ridiculous, right?
Happy Monday, right?
Serious. You're such an opportunist.
Never let a good one go by. You know what I'm saying?
All right, the trivia question. Phone number that you'll need is 810-230-9777. The first correct caller gets your choice of those prizes that I just ran down. Here's the question. Everyone knows the story of the iconic Grand Funk overpass.
Yes.
What road does it go over?
Oh, hey, that's
What
a good
road
one.
does it go over?
And now I have to actually think.
See, we've got the picture in our heads.
Yes, but now
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture the actual name of it.
Yep, 810-230-9777.
There's a lot of people that think
Are
they know
they?
this one, Steph.
All right.
So here we go. Here's our first caller. 103.9 The Fox. Oh, and they didn't have the confidence they thought they did.
Yeah, they dialed before they heard the question.
Yes, exactly. They gave up. 103.9 The Fox.
Hello,
Hi, good morning. Who's on our phone?
Scotty.
Scotty?
Scotty?
Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy. Oh, all right. Sorry about that, Tommy. Listen, do you have an answer for us?
That road?
Yes, it is Fenton Road.
It is Fenton
Yes,
Road.
it
Very,
is.
Very good job.
Yep,
Heck
it
yeah.
is.
That's fantastic. I knew where it was, but I didn't remember it was Fenton Road. So
Yeah.
Linda's the winner.
top of that one for sure.
Nice.
Knew it was Fenton Road.
Mine is working on a Monday morning, unlike mine.
Right.
So hell yeah for you, Tommy. That's
Tommy, was that
fantastic.
a Google search or did you know that right off the top of your head?
Yeah, I'm Google.
Oh,
See, I had
no.
more confidence in him than
See,
I
we're
should
going to have to subtract points for that, Tommy.
But you still got some cool prizes.
Absolutely, yes. Tommy, where are you calling from this morning?
So, Linda, just go to the station, which you could probably walk to, pick up your prize.
All right, Tommy, you hang on tight. We'll run down the prizes and figure out which one.
Tell him I
you
told you to go there because you won over here.
Hooked you up with Steph's Fox Flashback.
3.9.
Perfect.
Listen to 103.9 The Fox.
Okay, they're way behind now. See how long they take to get to the news, because we're only a minute till 8 right now. We still got commercials to do before we get to the news. They've been talking a lot this morning. They normally don't do that. Rob Suka won. You also, if you won, go to the station. Tell them we told you to go there. Pick up your prize, Rob Suka. I know it's a little bit of a trek from Finland to get there, but you can do it. And you make it to the Hal Hole Saloon every week. Of course, then, Fireball's the incentive there. I don't know about at the station. They don't serve it there. That's right. If you tell them I told you to, they'll believe you. Absolutely. Yeah, you don't get them at the station. They don't have Fireballs over there. That's not to say they haven't had some type of a beverage over there from time to time in the studio, because they have. But I don't think that's been one of them. Read what you said about the Penguins, Boss Lady wants to say. Boy, have I got time to do that? I don't know. Way back. Your early stream, you were in talking about Penguins and how they're short and waddle. Whoops, hold on. You bet Johnny does, yeah? Wait a minute. Yeah, you finally figured out what you are. You're short and waddle when you walk, therefore you're a penguin. Oh, that's what you... Okay. Well, in that case, that's what we're going to call you from now on. Boss Lady the Penguin. Guys, on Twitch, she's in Alabama. It's Boss Lady the Penguin. Forevermore. People that have picked up alternative names here have kept them throughout life. Just ask Beep Beep. She still identifies herself that way 10 years later.
Classic rock authority just can't get enough. Take us with you anywhere in the world. Download the Fox mobile app now at ClassicFox.com or search 103.9 The Fox in the App Store and at Google Play.
I was just in a hurry to get to hell, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Rock 103.9 The Fox. Steve Everett filling in for Johnny Berkey returns tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned for that.
5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox, brought to you by Fick Landscape Supplies. Keep your home or business safe this winter with the largest selection of bulk and bag salts. Pick up or delivery, and we're on call when you need us. Fick has seasoned firewood too, with 2 locations. Find us at ficklandscapesupplies.com. Like us on Facebook. Donald Trump takes the oath of office today on what is likely to be the coldest inauguration day in Washington, D.C. in 40 years. Temperatures forecast to be in the low 20s. That's roughly 20 degrees below normal. Because of that, the ceremony's been moved indoors to the Capitol Rotunda. Today, also a rarity. It's a presidential inauguration day and Martin Luther King Jr. Day coinciding with one another. On this MLK Jr. Day, financial markets be closed, as will many banks. The post office not delivering mail today. Most non-essential government offices, like the Secretary of State's offices, the libraries, and city offices are closed today. So call ahead if you're not sure if a particular location is open. Among the events to observe the occasion today, there's the Big Brothers Big Sisters MLK Jr. Mentoring Inspiration Breakfast. That's today at the St. Michael's Conference Center. United Way of Genesee County hosting its Day of Service at the Dort Financial Center. And there's the MLK Unity Birthday Celebration this morning at 11 at the Dow Event Center in Saginaw. NFL playoffs, the Eagles over the Rams yesterday, 28-22. The Bills pulled out a 27-25 win over the Ravens. Conference championship games are thus set. The NFC pitting the Eagles against the Commanders. In the AFC, it's the Chiefs and the Bills. They'll be next Sunday. Tonight, it's the college football playoff championship game as It's Ohio State taking on Notre Dame. Red Wings lost their second in a row, falling to the Dallas Stars 4-1 last night. Big Ten hoops. Good day for the good guys. Michigan defeats Northwestern 80-76 in OT. Michigan State topped Illinois 80-78. Pistons will be in Houston to face the Rockets tonight. And to cap this one off, gas prices in Michigan up 12 cents from a week ago, sitting at a statewide average $3.15 a gallon for regular unleaded, with some of the most expensive fill-ups being found in Saginaw, where the average is $3.15. Across the state, you have prices ranging from $3.18 in Metro Detroit down to $3.01 up in Traverse City. That's 5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox. Forecast today calling for dangerously cold conditions as the National Weather Service issued an extreme cold weather advisory through noon Wednesday. We're to expect sunshine mixed with the clouds today and perhaps some snow showers this afternoon. Temps likely staying in single digits, topping out around 9 degrees with wind chill values as low as -12. Winds out of the west at 8 to 15. They'll gust to about 21 miles an hour. Cloudy skies take over tonight with a chance of snow showers overnight. Lows expected to dip to sub-zero levels around -2, but feeling more like -14. And then tomorrow, it continues very cold with a sun-clouds mix as we only make it to around 6 above. Wednesday, only marginally warmer under mostly cloudy skies, around 16 for midweek. Right now, feeling like -12. It is 2 above in Flint. In Saginaw, also 2 above. So keep your pets indoors. Tell you what, like and subscribe if you're with us on YouTube, please. Really want to grow that group. Let me give you your smile source for a Monday. It's a Great Pyrenees by the name of Spencer, who lives in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. There you go. Tina's here, all capping. That usually means irritation. I'm here, I'm talking, but you're getting to my comments a week later. Okay, well then come back tomorrow and see if we've still got them coming in, and then I'll maybe be able to see what you're saying here. I'm telling you. Eric's got Start Me Up on the turntable by the Rolling Stones as our musicologist, knowing that on Twitch. But what about this 6'3" grizzly bear you have that's asleep? Well, wake him up and we'll find out what he wants. Tell him what you're called nowadays. He'll call you that for the rest of his life. He may be already, for all I know, the way you're describing yourself to me about it. I mean, he probably already knows what I'm just finding out. All right, guys, listen. The change has been made. We're going to be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on the apps that you're watching today, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Now, every day that starts with a T, you're going to be on Instagram. Just to remember that. Every day that starts with a T, we're on Instagram. Both those days. That's it. From now on, that's it. Okay? See you all tomorrow. All right? There you go. So, have yourself a great rest of your day. Thank you very much for your attention and your attendance on whichever platform you chose to be joining us. Come back here tomorrow morning after you've had a pleasant, peaceful, productive, and hopefully warm enough day if you're in one of the climates like ours where that's a challenge. I know some of you aren't. Arizona and New Mexico and places, Culver City, Colorado, or California, for example, those are not places where you're challenged as far as the cold, but for those of us who are in the Midwest or East or where those cold temperatures exist, stay warm, stay with us tomorrow morning on Instagram here in the Hal Hole. Okay? Okay.